Black Myth Wukong has a stance kind of system for its gameplay. Depending on the stance that you're using, some inputs are going to alter your playstyle, some inputs are going to do something for you, and some other inputs are going to be different things, are going to be doing different things for you. In today's video, we're going to be speaking about the thrust stance. Now, you unlock this at level 20. Once you get this stance, what is it that it's going to do for you? Because, like I mentioned, each stance has a staple. This has range, it has defense, counter-attack, and basically that's the overall idea of this thing. You attack from a distance, you counter-attack, you have lots of defense while you're doing offense. There's actually one skill, that's the name of it. But yeah, that's the gist of everything with this stance. So the first skill that you're going to have is going to be the thrust stance. If you charge the thrust stance with a heavy attack, which you can see right there, or with a Xbox controller, it's a Y or triangle on the PlayStation, you can charge the thrust stance. It's not going to allow you to move, you're basically in there. However, what is good about this thing is that there's many enemies that just stand in front of you and they basically do nothing. Some of them are blind, some of them are waiting for you to do something, sometimes the AI is just dumb. So it's a very safe thing to use because the actual range that this thing has, it's just monstrous. The next attack that you have, it's offense in defense. Whenever you're doing a light attack combo and then you follow up with a heavy attack, you can do a tactical retreat. That is going to allow you to safely get away from the distance, and then you can later on follow this attack with either two inputs. A light attack, which is going to give you a Whirlwind of Thrust, or a forceful thrust. Both of them are designed for you to basically have like this defensive retreat while also dealing damage. However, sometimes they can leave you open. We'll talk about that in a little while. But basically, forceful thrust, it's a very safe way to counterattack whenever you see that the enemy is going to attack you while you're performing your light attack combo. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Whirlwind of Thrust. It's basically the same case scenario that you have, for example, with the forceful thrust. The thing is that in here you're going to deal a whole bunch of damage. There's a couple of ways that you can increase the damage with this for this guy right here. Force Cascade. This is going to increase the critical hit chance up until 15 times whenever you're dealing damage with this bad boy. But you also have adaptability, which means that you can later on use a tactical retreat that you can use while using the Whirlwind of Slashes, and you can continue the attack. So basically, the overall combo in here, it's the Whirlwind Slash, tactical retreat, rinse and repeat. So it evolves between light and heavy attack. And remember that the Whirlwind of Slashes, you do have to hold down the input for it to be right here. So it's basically an infinite amount of damage so long as you have stamina. The only thing that I don't like about this is that you don't actually build focus by performing this attack. It's very cool to use while exploration because it also deals quite a bit of stagger potential. It has quite a bit of stagger damage while also building up your critical hit chance if you're using a high critical hit chance weapon with a high critical hit chance talisman or bruise or things like that. This could be a very powerful build. Just have in mind that you're not going to be building up your focus, which is the one thing that I don't like about this thing. Now, one of my favorite things about this right here, it's the Lucky Strike. Upon performing a tactical retreat with the enemy seen through, executing another heavy attack initiates forceful thrust and gains brief invincibility. Now, the cool thing about this is that sometimes when you do the tactical retreat, there's many aggressive enemies, especially bosses, that are going to continue attacking and they are not going to allow you to complete the forceful thrust. If you use the tactical retreat at the very same moment that if you were performing, so for example, a perfect dodge, that would give you invincibility not only on hyper armor, but from all types of damage. So your retaliation, it's always going to be guaranteed without you receiving damage. This is just hands down one of the best skills for this trait right here. Now the final, and my favorite, is this one right here, Deadly Dance. You will know, and it will happen to you, that whenever you're fighting a boss, and the overall idea in here in Black Myth Wukong, the overall gameplay flow, is for you to build focus points. However, if you're fighting a boss, if you're fighting a boss or you're fighting something, sometimes you can whiff the attack, the final attack, and it really hurts. It hurts like hell because you took your time to build that thing right there, and to build the fourth one of them all, it's really difficult because it diminishes. So you do have to struggle for it. However, it's the most damage that you're going to deal in the game. And this thing allows you to dodge and immediately use it. So it's very safe to use. So again, you have damage, offense, in defense right here, which is the overall idea of this stance right here. You're never going to be whiffing your final 4 attack thanks to this talent right here. Anyways, if you like the content, so like and never super appreciate it. And also, you that you're a gorgeous and beautiful person, you that a gorgeous and beautiful person, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, have a beautiful day, goodbye.